Take a live look from Chopper 5 overhead in San Leandro. A moment of silence in honor of Mayor Ed Lee. All public transit in the Bay Area stopped briefly to pay tribute. This is a live look at a BART train in San Leandro. An announcement of the mayor's death was also made on those trains. Flags are also at half-staff across the city of San Francisco to remember the mayor for the next 30 days.
Just a short time ago, the mayor's body was transferred from Zuckerberg's San Francisco General Hospital to the medical examiner's office, where his official cause of death will be determined. KPIX 5 reporter Sandra Osborne is at San Francisco City Hall, where many are in mourning right now. Sandra?
Hi there, Kenny and Michelle. Yeah, and people I've been watching have been leaving flowers and candles on the steps of City Hall right behind me. Many of the city staffers have been showing up with tears in their eyes. Overall, the general consensus has been, whether or not you agreed with his politics, the mayor was well loved and fought for what he believed in.
Like me, Ed grew up in public housing. The son of working class immigrants, he developed early on a profound sense of community.
That was London Breed addressing the media and staff after taking on the role of acting mayor.
He was, from the dawn of his career, an advocate for the powerless, a voice for the overlooked, someone who fought for those in need before himself.
In attendance to today's news conference was Senator Scott Wiener, who was with Mayor Ed Lee at a fundraiser only hours before Lee passed.
The mayor and I had a press conference together. He was his normal self, joking, just being a nice guy, which is what he was.
Lee was a father, a husband, an activist, known for his sense of humor, and a baseball fan. The Giants CEO offered his condolences today at City Hall as well.
Something that we don't see every day in politics, a good, decent human being. And a truly a good person, high integrity, and that matters.
And back out here live, flags all over City Hall have been lowered to half staff. They will be for the next 30 days. London Breed will continue her role as supervisor board president, as well as her new role as acting mayor until an election takes place next summer. Live in San Francisco, Sandra Osborne, KPIX 5.
A reaction continues to pour in on social media. Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom and former mayor of San Francisco tweeted this photo. He writes, "Absolutely heartbroken by Mayor Lee's passing. SF has lost a selfless leader and dedicated public servant whose intellect, integrity, boundless optimism, and contagious love elevated our city."
San Jose Mayor Sam Liccardo, writing in part, reads, "A dear friend and colleague, Mayor Ed Lee, has left us too early. Ed was a good and incredibly gracious man at a time when goodness, graciousness, and civility are not sufficiently valued in public life." Now, from his humble beginnings, Mayor Ed Lee rose to the top of City Hall.
KPIX 5's Ann Makovic joins us now with more on his life and the legacy he leaves behind.
Yeah, he was the first Asian American mayor of San Francisco, and at first was a rather reluctant politician after spending decades at City Hall working behind the scenes.
For all of the diversity of San Francisco, let's put on a really great international celebration of diversity this year.
That's Mayor Ed Lee kicking off this year's Lunar New Year celebration.
Happy 100th birthday to the city of San Francisco!
One of many happy moments during his 7 years as San Francisco's mayor. Mayor Ed Lee was first appointed mayor by the Board of Supervisors in January 2011 after Gavin Newsom left to become lieutenant governor. At first, Lee said he would not run for the job that November, but then
thank you for blessing me and the rest of the city with Mayor Ed Lee.
A groundswell of encouragement for him to do so. This YouTube video featuring MC Hammer was part of his campaign when he easily won election in November 2011.
I think that the voters here in San Francisco have said that they want this city to continue the work that we have done.
Lee won re-election in 2015 and was less than halfway through his term when he passed away this morning.
I can't imagine the city without Ed Lee.
Lee's close friend and former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown.
He had literally been the best qualified person ever to hold the job. Ed Lee earned that title by a demonstration of being an efficient person who could manage a huge enterprise like San Francisco.
Lee was the head of San Francisco's Human Rights Commission in the 90s, then the Public Works Director and the city administrator before becoming mayor. He grew up in public housing in Seattle and worked as a civil rights attorney representing low-income tenants. His public service continued as mayor, spending Thanksgivings carving turkeys at Blythe.
You really feel the love of the city.
He cared about the nuts and bolts of the city, and that was clear in his legacy as mayor.
He worked to merge the tech industry with old San Francisco and to try to stop chronic homelessness. He vigorously defended the city's sanctuary policies and worked for LGBT rights.
We're celebrating the diversity of the city, and everybody knows they can belong here in San Francisco. That's what I'm proud to be the mayor of.
And he made his mark on politics across the Bay. Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf calls him a mentor.
In this kind of rough and tumble world of politics, he truly was just a beacon of generosity and of decency, of compassion.
He clearly had a lot more to do and a lot more to give to the city. I'm going to miss him personally, and I think the city will miss him.
Always quick with the joke. Rare to see him without a smile. Truly a family man. In fact, on his Twitter profile, the first things he lists as his job titles are husband and father. But a little farther down the list, he calls himself a mustache icon. He will be missed. Ann Makovic, KPIX 5.
And thank you. Governor Jerry Brown tweeting out just a short time ago, on behalf of all Californians, Annie and I extend our deepest condolences to Mayor Lee's family, his many friends, and the entire city of San Francisco. Ed was a true champion for working people and epitomized the California spirit. He'll truly be missed.
Senator Kamala Harris wrote, "I am deeply saddened by the passing of my friend, San Francisco Mayor Ed Lee. He was a fierce advocate for civil rights and worked tirelessly for workers' rights, and his leadership will be missed. Keeping the mayor's family in my prayers during this difficult time." And she also shared this photo of them together.
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio also tweeted out this morning saying, "Deeply saddened to hear of the death of Mayor Ed Lee. He was a good friend and a tireless fighter for the people of San Francisco. Our thoughts are with his family." Now, London Breed became acting mayor of San Francisco effective immediately following Mayor Lee's death earlier this morning. Breed is a native of San Francisco. She was first elected to the Board of Supervisors in 2012, represents the Fillmore district. In the past few years, Breed has focused on affordable housing, among other issues, and she becomes San Francisco's first African-American female mayor and the second female mayor in the city's history. Senator Dianne Feinstein was the first. A special election will now be held next year on June 5th, 2018. Whoever is elected then will serve until January 8th, 2020. Stay with KPIX 5 News as we continue to follow Mayor Lee's life and legacy throughout the day.